Because right now, like when you think about contracts, it's a pen and paper or digital contract, and we use a certain platform to go send it. And because like if we're buying a real piece of real estate, I can't just send Reed 100 Bitcoin and then be like it's mine
Oh, and there's no need for a notarization either with the smart
because
contract.
because of blockchain.
The blockchain is the notarizer.
We're gonna be focusing on crypto this month. Yeah, Reed?
Yes, all months,
All
crypto
month
focus.
crypto
Almond
focus.
crypto. So you
Yeah.
folks are doing crypto for, I mean, because I know you folks are like you folks specialize in like forex trading, right? Or
Forex
forex
and
trading,
futures.
sorry,
Yeah.
forex. I know I was kind of briefly reading about it. Um, and I'm like, well, that's kind of that's a lot for me. Like even just with like stocks and bonds, I'm just like, oh my God, I can't grasp right now.
Yeah.
Hopefully you folks can break it down or I can,
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
try to I try to read it every day, but I'm tired. The kids are like a lot,
You got a
Yeah.
lot on your plate, sis. You got a
a
lot.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And that's why we're here to help you understand because yes, it's a whole entire world. You need a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of just work to go and even understand what's going on,
yeah,
right? So,
it's a lot of work. I mean, just like looking at the like just I read about like the sorry, can you guys hear the kids in the background? I'm
no,
so
no worry,
sorry.
they're good. They're
Yeah, but
good.
we hear
Because I
you
turned off
clear,
the
so
camera.
that's all that
Good.
matters.
You're
We could
good.
hear you.
But yeah, so just reading up on the forex, just even like with the I couldn't make sense of the foreign exchange stuff. Like I just cannot. So I had to reread it, and then probably the fifth time, I kind of like got the concept, kind of. So hopefully it
Hey,
goes.
there you go.
Yeah.
That's good.
The
That's
win.
that's a win. That's progress, right? Progress.
Yeah.
I know.
If you,
Yeah.
yeah, if, as we're doing this, if you have any questions, just like
Mhm.
you could type it in the chat and like we'll answer them along the way. And
Okay.
one thing that like Glenn and I like to emphasize is our type of trading can be implemented across all the markets. So although we're kind of focusing on crypto this month,
Huh?
what we talk about with crypto and how we look at the crypto markets is the
Right.
exact same way that we'll analyze and look at the foreign exchange markets and the futures markets and the stock market. So
Huh?
yeah, so you could access all the markets the same with the same approach.
Right, right. We teach just like a universal understanding.
Yeah.
Okay.
We decided to dive into crypto to break it down, like you were saying.
Yeah.
There's a lot of information. So we're starting from point A, very beginning. We're gonna be talking about like the history of it tonight, and then we're gonna try to build on it eventually. By the end of the month, the goal for the end of the month is to familiarize everyone with the different characteristics of the crypto universe, right? Having a
I know.
wallet, having an exchange, trading it, and eventually helping you get started in getting into crypto. And
Mhm.
crypto has been on a lot of people's minds, especially here in Hawaii, because they're trying to
Right.
pass four different laws right now in the legislature during their session with crypto because right now there's a temporary pilot program with crypto where
Mhm.
we are able or legally able to own it because before 2 years ago I think we weren't able to. We had to go through all these
Oh,
loopholes. So now there's only about 15 companies that's legally able to do business here. Gemini is one of them. Uphold, bunch of other
Do you
ones.
have
There's
that
Maui.
website, Glenn?
I gotta go pull it up. I don't know. I don't remember from the
I,
top of my
yeah, I
head. You got
forget
it?
which one, but no, I don't. I was trying to remember it too, but
Yeah.
I know one thing. I was just talking to someone over the weekend who was interested in crypto, and they're like, "Yeah, it's banned in Hawaii," and I said, "Oh no, it's not." And they said, "I tried Coinbase, and couldn't. They weren't able to make an account."
Yeah.
And that's like, I know when I first came into the crypto market specifically, I thought the same thing until we showed the resources where like certain exchanges are allowed in Hawaii, whereas Coinbase specifically, one of the biggest, unfortunately, one of the biggest exchanges to allow crypto, Hawaii doesn't allow Coinbase to be traded here
Yeah.
or utilized as far as crypto goes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But there are other alternatives.
Lots of alternatives, and we'll touch on that more so later on. But tonight, let me just dive into my screen share so that we can just
Okay.
get the party
Yeah,
started here,
take
right?
it away.
History of
Yes.
crypto. Yeah. Okay. So you guys can see my screen share, right?
Yep, all
Yes.
good.
I
So
know.
we got a little graphic here. Unfortunately, crypto from the get go, like digital coins, we don't like people display it as these coins, but really we won't
They
be able
don't
to
even
hold these things.
exist.
They don't. I know these are just little decor. You just
Yeah.
hang it. You think it's valuable, but it's just branding, I guess, marketing. I don't know. So I think that little SD card represents your cold wallet, huh?
Yeah, that would be the quote. That's so like that little SD card represents Ethereum, Ripple, Bitcoin can be all on that little tiny device.
Absolutely. And so just to break it down, Femlin, like
Mhm.
um, just picture like the Bitcoin, the Ethereum are like the dollars, the yen, the euros, right? You got that
Right.
little SD card. That's the bank account. That's gonna hold all that money. But really, I mean, it's really just that SD card because it just holds a code in your possession, and that's where all your money is. So
And that's why they call it cold storage, right?
cold
Because
storage.
it's not anywhere else except that specific thing. It's not on a network. It's not anywhere else. Which is there's a plus side to that, but also a little risk, a little
Yeah,
involved in that.
exactly, and we'll touch on that those two different things later on about just the wallets itself, right? Lots.
Yeah, so I did kind of like read about wallets and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I'm like breezing through this thing that I'm reading. Right now I'm like in the topic of candles, but right now I really need to grasp like the wallet that what you're gonna go through right now. It's like I
Yeah.
really like, oh, that's what's hard for me right now.
Perfect.
Nah, no worries.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So we're breaking it down back all we taking it back all the way to just breaking down the words, right? Cryptography. It's been around. The words crypto and currency, those are things that's just been around. We didn't really use the term until now. It hasn't been mainstream until now. So, cryptography is a study of the practice of the secure communication. So, they, this foundation of secure communication that plays a big role in the exchange of currency. I mean, in the exchange of digital currency, right? We're gonna take this, we're gonna build on this, right? So we just take that it's a secure way of communicating, and then we got a crypto, right? We're taking it back to the Greek. There's a hidden secret message in it, right? So the first computer used for secure communication was during the World War, but it was just sending secret codes between the military, I believe, and keeping it from knowing our next moves. And then we have the term currency, right, is the agreed upon system of trade. So currently, the main form of currency, especially in the US, is the dollar.
Mhm.
Okay. Back in the day, humans used to barter. We used to be like, yo, before the dollar, let me read. I need some
Like
wheat. I'll
cattle.
give you some cattle. I'll give you some sheep, bro. All right, two sheep. These are some fat sheep. All right. So we've progressed since then. We bartered. We've traded cattle. They used unique rocks and shells and beads. I think the
Salt, one of
Indians
them.
had those things. Um,
Ahupua'a is like one of the coolest type of bartering systems. So like one Ahupua'a would
yeah.
grow
Yeah.
pigs, and then
Right.
another Ahupua'a would be the fisherman, and then they would trade like that, and that's
Right.
how they flourished.
Yeah. Yeah. That's currency. Now we got the digital currency. Now
Mhm.
it's we're still you building off of that just general notion of trading services or products for some type of currency, whether it be shells, alpua, cattle, whatever. Digital currency is gonna be that new form of um, money essentially. Now a lot of the now like when you think about it, a lot of the transactions, like for me especially, I do like 95% transactions on the credit card. Like I just bang that thing. There's very small times where I do carry cash. If I only carry cash if I gotta go tip somebody, you know. Um, and so in the some shape of form, we are just really in that digital currency stage already. You know, we're still using
Mhm.
dollars, but a lot of the transaction is just the numbers on the screen. It's we don't really see them. You know, when we do our services in our businesses, we use another a CRM to go take care of the transactions. They don't pay us directly. You know, we got the that's how you can tell who's like old school and that they still cutting checks, right?
That's
Or
me.
gotta get with the program now. Well, checks are great. Checks are great. You know, there's still a role for checks in today's space, right? So now we got digital currency. Now,
Mhm.
bringing it back to the crypto space, we have for the most popular one is Bitcoin. That is the most stable coin, or the poster child, or the thing that they're gonna that's gonna take over the dollar. They say so.
It's the
Bitcoin,
gold standard for cryptocurrency right now.
Also,
And then
Bitcoin
like fun,
is stable, is a stable coin for
it's.
now.
I mean, there's all these names, you
there's
know.
debates about
Yeah,
it, but as far as historically,
yeah,
yes, this is as stable as a
can be
cryptocurrency gets.
right.
And fun fact, Bitcoin wasn't the first cryptocurrency. It was actually like the dollar back in the 80s.
E-cash, yeah.
Yeah, Dcash,
Mhm.
something like that. But it just didn't take its hold like Bitcoin because that predecessor to Bitcoin didn't have this technology, which Glenn's about to get into.
Yeah, so
Okay.
back in the day, back in the 90s, that guy created digital cash, e-cash. And their biggest problem with that digital cash back in the 90s was I can go send $5 to Reed through digital cash, but they cannot track if if I'm charging Reed again for another for $10, he can just be sending back some fake money back to me, and then like no one can see really what the transaction was. So they're calling it like a double spend, and so that was their trouble. It was the infrastructure of where that digital cash goes, right? And so in comes blockchain. I don't know when. Do you know when blockchain came around, Reed?
Uh, I'm not sure. I thought it was simultaneously invented with as
With
Bitcoin
Bitcoin?
was introduced, but
Yeah.
yeah, I would have to check that. I think that's exactly why Bitcoin took off is because of it used this term blockchain and how it was
So
built.
before we dive into that, so like right now, if you think about the way money gets transacted, yeah. So if I'm trying to pay Reed right now, we got Venmo, we got PayPal, we
Mhm.
got our banks or whatever, right?
Right.
So I get my money, my $500. I have to go. I'll go up, deposit into Venmo, and then I'll put in a little emoji, send it off to Reed. It hits his bank account, right? So there's so
Mhm.
many. We got me, my bank account, Venmo, Reed's bank account, then Reed, I think. And there's a lot of moving parts, right? It has to like hit each checkpoint. You cannot skip that way. You think it's like seamless, it's just person to person, but no, really, there's so many middlemen, right? Same for
Right.
a bank when they go wire money to another person. You have to go from financial institution to financial institution, and yes, it works. It works because when it comes down to people exchanging money in person, that doesn't always work out.
Right. So
And
this is it's a way to kind of remove the
so
third party
Middleman.
middleman.
blo-
There you go.
Yeah.
blockchain is gonna be their whole goal was to decentralize. They use that term decentralized. They want it peer to peer. So what they're doing is they're creating this infrastructure, or transaction records, right?
Mhm.
And then they're a lot seeing like if I want to go give Reed money, I have to go send Bitcoin through the blockchain. It gets recorded, gets stamped. Nobody can change that I sent him $100, and then everyone, it's public for public eye. Everyone can see it, and that transaction cannot get changed. It's there forever, And so when so like when I hit that transaction button on the blockchain, it builds here, and then if Reed wants to send me money back, it builds there, and it stacks on each other,
Okay.
And that's called the ledger, right?
and
Or is
that's I
that
think that's
blockchain? That's
the whole action of it. Is that what you're saying?
or no, like the whole history of it.
The
It's like
history.
oh yeah, I recorded on a digital ledger. Oh, blockchain is the digital ledger.
Yeah, blockchain is a digital
Okay,
ledger.
got you.
Yes, yes. And so that's the whole idea with this whole digital currency, the whole big rush is this whole new idea. And what they're doing now, I don't want to jump like too far, is they're creating these smart contracts along with these transactions. I believe you can correct me, Reed.
No, yeah, you're right. That's what's even adding a bigger game changer. So now we got secure transactions from peer to peer, eliminating the bank, and now we have smart contracts where it's like shoot, what is it? Like basically you can't lie. Like that's essentially it's checking authenticity, right? That's what a smart contract is. But
Yeah,
it uses the blockchain. It uses blockchain technology as far as smart contracts.
yes, yes. Because right now, like when you think about contracts, it's a pen and paper or digital contract, and we use a certain platform to go send it. And because like if we're buying a real piece of real estate, I can't just send Reed 100 Bitcoin and then be like it's mine
Oh, and there's no need for a notarization either with the smart
because
contract.
of blockchain.
The blockchain is the notarizer.
Yes,
Also,
yes,
because the blockchain, you're not able to like alter it, or like you can't go back.
Correct.
Like once it's done, it's that's what it is.
that's
Correct.
right.
So
Okay.
if you like, oh, I need to take it back, that'll also be in the history. So like, okay, I sent Glenn 100. Oops, I meant to send him 200, not 100. I need to, or I meant to send him 50. Take back the 50. It'll show that in that ledger. So it's pretty
Okay, okay.
fascinating.
Yeah, and
And then
where
anonymity, basically anonymous. So like let's say you have a business and you have a digital wallet to receive that specific crypto. You just give them an address and that'll create that that secrecy on who's paying who. So you could track the numbers of the wallet and see where it went, but you can't reveal who's behind that wallet, if that makes sense.
Oh,
So
so
yeah, that's another layer as to why Bitcoin took. So when Bitcoin took over or began to rise, it actually started on the dark web, which the dark web is like I think really 90% of the internet, and a lot of people don't know that. But it was really used for criminal organizations back when it was first growing, because
right.
one, it was real money, and then two, you couldn't discover them. So like the FBI is able to trace like IP addresses on computers, but they're not able to identify that specific individual. So if they're using like VPNs, virtual private networks, which is kind of a mask behind your IP, and then
Right.
they're like, oh, but so like this is the wallet address, and then I put a VPN behind my face. The FBI will hit the wallet. Okay, we got the address, and the address on this wallet is at this IP address. But dude, we don't know where that dude is. We don't know where Reed is.
Yeah.
That's how
Right.
it essentially. That's like the dumb way to explain it. As dumb as I can explain. I hope that makes sense, and I hope I'm right. So if I'm more than willing to be corrected, if you guys find out new information.
No, I think that's what I understand. That's how I understand it too. Because then we have something similar at work. Because I work at Queens, so we had something similar, and the IT people had to like really break it down for us. That's why we had a
Awesome.
lot of restrictions.
Yeah, and see, like it's gonna like these smart contracts and all that, like that. Let's say the health. What is it? PII? Is it PII or public? health, our health information,
Information, right? Medical
PHI,
records,
I think
right?
public health
Yeah.
or private health information, something like that. That
Mhm.
will now imagine that with crypto technology or blockchain technology being part of contracts where you know a patient will have a wallet or an ID that's on the blockchain. So that way I could go to Queens West, Queenstown, and then you know, I think now they don't have like a functioning system, like two functioning, I guess, you know. And
Thanks.
so these smart contracts will provide that uniformity across even the whole medical field. You know, I could go from Queens to HMSA to
Kaiser or
Right.
oh
Kaiser, and it'd be
yeah,
like,
Right.
this is my one ID.
Yeah.
And
right.
so that's exactly what I know the military is working on towards too. Is like they're really trying to do something like that, and that's gonna be a game changer. I think we're all eventually gonna have that one ID wallet, and it'll be backed and secured by a certain chain, of a certain blockchain. But that's just
Hmm.
my random thoughts on it.
I think that's
That's
why COVID happened. I was kidding.
Yeah,
interesting,
push us
man.
to the digital world, huh?
Taking it to the next level. Yeah. No, that's true. That's true. Going back to the crypto space, like, yeah, the possibilities are unlimited almost. You know, you got all these different things. Now it's figuring out how the government wants to proceed. They have to set forth regulations and whatever transparencies, because if not, it's gonna be like the dark web, right? You don't know what's
Yeah.
going on. You don't know where that money's ending up, and right now that's how it is with like the crypto space and NFTs. The stuff is just blowing up, and people think NFTs is just like a gold rush, but really, like, what's
That's the
happening
future. It
behind?
could be the future. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and so there is, um, like, it's great. Technology is progressing, but it's progressing so fast. It needs to have the mass adoption. Then, well, it has to have like government intervention to a certain degree. Then everyone can be comfortable coming on board and eventually just using that instead of the dollar or current monetary system. You know, we all still need that monetary system, whatever it looks like. You know,
Yeah.
Right.
but yeah, I mean that we're excited for what's to come on crypto, and we're gonna be talking about how like it's gonna be applicable in our lives, and then how to even trade it, how to even do this and that. So, as far as understanding where it came from, um, how it morphed into this thing that we see nowadays. You know.
I think it
Right.
morphed into such a beast because people are realizing the utilization behind it as like the blockchain and everything. Like so Feminine, like there's networks that can be built off of it, or apps can be built off these networks. So blockchain has its own network, and then Ethereum has its own network, which is kind of
Right.
like a Bitcoin 2.0 Ethereum.
Mhm.
And so like what's cool is like people are discovering like I could run like basically it's more power. Like I could do a lot more things on the Ethereum network faster and more secure. And that's what's the utilization behind it. And actually the government's beginning to start to investigate it, like crypto itself, and they're trying to create their own. And it's not just America, it's across the world. Like I believe China has like the Yuan coin or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah. And
Wonton
so
coin.
yeah, like I
interesting.
mean like
Choy. Yeah.
so I'm like I'm very I think Glenn you would agree like we're so bullish on the crypto space, but that could take 10 years. It could take 20 years. It could take 3 years. Like we don't know how
You don't know.
long, but
Right.
in the end, I think this will be the future of humanity is using some type of digital asset
Mm-hmm.
Some
that's
type.
secure.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. But you got to take that note with a some salt,
Yeah.
because doesn't mean go all in.
Oh no,
You know.
absolutely. You
Right.
gotta be smart.
You got to
Be
put your
smart,
investor cap
absolutely. There's
on.
always gonna be risk.
Yeah.
Always risk.
Always risk. How many? How
That's what
many?
I'm so afraid of, the risk.
Yeah. How many crypto coins were they, Read? Was like 16,000,
Yeah,
17,000?
so yeah, from when we were talking about this, and while we were kind of researching on our own for this, the last time
Mhm.
I checked, there was 3,000 coins, which is a lot, right? And so
Right?
we did our research, and there was 16,000. And so this was just like last week we're having this conversation. I'm
Yeah.
gonna pull this up so you
Pull
guys
it up.
could
Pull
just
it
be
up.
mind blown by it right now.
Pull it up.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yo,
Yes.
check this number up right here where my mouse is.
17,000.
It went up 1,000. It went up 1,000 since just in 1 week.
Crazy.
That's insane. So like
Wow.
the crazy part is though, Glenn and I were talking, how many of these are actually legit coins? You know, there's a lot of scams going on out there right now. I'm sure
Oh,
you
yeah.
received if you liked a crypto post in the last year, I bet you have received a random message that said, check out this new crypto that's about to explode. Check out this
Yeah, you
next
see a lot of
Ethereum.
that on Twitter too.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
My
I
God.
mean, so like people are always trying, and like, or if you haven't experienced it, I'm sure you've known friends who are like, yo, sis, I got this new coin I heard about. All we have to do is put in 5K and like we'll make money. Like, you're like, yo, no, no,
Let me
no.
go see the market cap real quick.
Stop
Yeah.
it.
So I mean, like it's pretty insane. Let's
Absolutely. So what is a Bitcoin right now? 700 mil? 700 mil.
oh, that's Bill, right?
Oh, is that? Oh, Billy.
Yeah.
Yeah, three commas.
7 Bill.
700 Billy.
But
So
I
will you
wanted to
folks
do
go
this.
over like all of these too with me, like all like how to look at or how to kind of um like go through like these categories and like the wallets and stuff like that.
Yeah, so throughout this month we'll be focusing we have a calendar set out that we'll be discussing certain topics in relation to it. And I think in the final week we'll pull up the charts and discuss like how to actually break it down. So this is this is Bitcoin that's loading right now. And so like this is what you were referring to, like, you know, how to analyze the candlesticks and how to
Right.
analyze
Yeah.
price. So in
Mm-hmm.
our Mighty Networks, we do a lot more breakdowns right now on
Oh, okay.
how we look at the charts, and
Uh-huh.
then and it's open for discussion, open for questions. You could all check it out. I'll pull it up.
Okay.
Mighty Networks here.
And that's something that you folks do every day or like every week?
We try
Tuesday.
to, or we do update or put content in it every week.
Uh-huh.
Where's trying to,
You're not logged in, bro.
That's the step on
yeah,
right
I
now,
know.
right?
Yeah, that's what
Say
you're in
again.
right now. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
Yes.
Uh,
The other thing to take to really consider is figuring out where do you want to go with this. Like where does crypto fit in your overall investment portfolio? Do you want to go heavy in it? Do you want to trade it daily, or do you want to just long term hold it? You got to decide for yourself. Where
Right
do you
now I'm
want to
kind of
go?
like figuring out like if I want to do like day trading, but right I think I just like swing trading is kind of something like I'm really like just to kind of start off. I don't want
Right.
to really because
no, that's
I'm
smart.
not
That's a good
yeah,
approach.
I'm not really like I really want to educate myself first prior to and just like really get the hang of it. And then probably the goal like maybe in a year from today, like or maybe two. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Okay. Good. Good. So if you're learning just overall trading, you don't need to
Hmm.
spend tons of time researching the crypto space.
Okay.
You can familiarize yourself there, but
Hmm.
most of your time of learning should be focused on actually learning how to trade. What's the lingo? How do I do this? How do I even get started in swing trading? Where do I even go to? If there are other accounts to do, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? So that's where you could find. You should spend most of your time there. Crypto, I get it. Lots of hype. Lots of people are talking about it. There's 17,000 crypto coins, yo, and that's gonna wash away eventually. There's not
Hmm.
even
It'll filter out.
17,000 um currencies right now, right? Like there's a few handful, like
No, yeah,
50,
you're right.
like countries only, right? So
Yeah, yeah. Go on.
yeah, no. Going back to you starting out, figuring out a goal, like you were just mentioning, with maybe start swing trading. Cool. Give yourself a year. Perfect type of you know, target. You know, we got brother
Mhm.
Drew coming in. Um, so
Dude,
that's where I would start. We got a lot of good stuff. We're opened up our trading group inside of Mighty Networks where we break down all of our trades. So you can even get more learning from that if you want to start there.
Yeah,
But
yeah, hold on.
lots of good content. I mean, just read, watch videos. You know, if you want to open up a practice account, we strongly recommend that. We have different websites exchanges or brokers that we recommend to do that, where you just want to get the lay of the land, figure out what button does this, right? Go
Mhm.
explore, and that way you don't really risk too much and lose any money. We don't want that right now.
Yeah. We have a lot of content on YouTube too. Like
Oh shoot.
just
Okay.
our previous exactly like this, our trading topic Tuesdays. This will probably be uploaded to or will be uploaded to YouTube also.
For
But
sure.
yeah, we have a lot of like watch lists and how certain pairs we break down, and then we go into detail with certain topics at on Trading Topic Tuesdays. So
Mhm. Mhm.
um, yeah,
Nice.
so just go ahead check it out, and if you have any questions, yeah, don't hesitate to ask.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. So next week, so every week is, and for this month is crypto. Would it be every Tuesday?
Yes,
Every
every
Tuesday.
Tuesday, Topic
Trading
Tuesdays.
Topic Tuesday, bruh.
Trading Topic Tuesdays.
Last month
Next
And
week
was.
it's
we're gonna
time.
dive in.
Go ahead.
Next week we'll be diving into risk management and crypto, and how to approach crypto with risk management as far as like portfolio goes. So, and how to allocate a certain amount of assets to that,
All
or
right.
resources, not asset, because crypto is an asset.
It's an asset.
Uh, but yeah,
Okay.
Risk
hey
management.
Drew, we were just discussing an introduction to cryptocurrencies, and to like take off where that goes. So there are 17,000 crypto coins, Drew. And so we were just discussing, Glenn, there's 195 countries, but only 180 currencies. And this is fiat currency,
Yeah.
physical cash. So to believe that 17,000 virtual currencies would exist is probably
Highly unlikely.
0.0001%. Yeah, like very,
Yeah.
very, very.
The only way I see that happening is if everyone has their own little metaverse, right? You got the sandbox, you got Ethereum, you got Stella, or all those different blockchains, and they're just doing their own thing, and then you just gotta your wallet has to have all those cryptos. It's just
Yeah,
still gonna be
I
nuts.
had a discussion with my dad, and I was discussing like I think that's how it's gonna be. Amazon's gonna have their own coin, Google's gonna have their own coin, all these major corporations are gonna have their own coin. And if you wanna be a part of something bigger, or for a discount, you could use Apple Coin to get the new iPhone because you're part of the community. Or you're if you want to, we take Amazon Coin also, but it's gonna be at a charge. So like it'll be some, at least that's my guess. It's not ever, nothing's ever guaranteed, but like that's how I see
We,
the
we,
future
we gotta be
going.
in the transaction business then, bruh.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So then they're using that business. We just need a couple coders. So anyone here wants to learn how to code some crypto stuff?
We got something big. Hell yeah, man! Every time. That would be
Yeah.
crazy. But yeah, going back to the crypto world, it's a new thing. It's a big rush. Everyone's getting excited about it. But as traders or investors, we can't get caught up into the hype. We have to actually stay wise. Actually, invest in what we know and what we're comfortable with losing or keeping our risk down, because at the end of the day, trading is all about risk management, strategy, and mindset, psychology, you know. Three things that we teach upon. Strategy is the last thing. But we got the two things we're going to be focusing on throughout this whole year or throughout HTA is those two things. So mindset and risk management. That's a big thing. Now next week I think we're gonna be talking. You mentioned that we're gonna be doing risk management, right? Some people we hear horror stories, man. Twitter,
Putting
Reddit.
houses down, right?
Oh, I put my new mortgage in or my life
Yeah.
savings, dude, all into this one coin. All I gotta do is rise 0.00005, then I'm rich forever.
And it's sad because it's some people did it. They took that risk, that gamble. It's straight up gamble, and it paid off for that person, But how many millions of people probably are suffering because of the same decision that they made, and it went
Right.
opposite, or they entered at the
The
wrong time.
the other thing I wanted to bring up is that crypto. So we got like these big exchanges, yeah, that hold all these different coins. Those guys get hacked,
Oh yeah,
you know?
aka not centralized, right? I mean, it's centralized. It's not decentralized.
These big exchanges, like you're thinking, oh yeah, these are legit exchanges, they're known, um, but it doesn't mean like your money's completely safe. You still gotta be on the watch because they got hacked. They stole information or even stole crypto. I don't know what exactly happened, but that's something.
Side job.
It's inside job, bro.
No, but that's why like having that cold storage is that's in a scenario like that, having a cold storage with it probably half your assets is probably pretty important.
You know what's funny, man? Like, when you say cold storage, I'm thinking that people are stashing money underneath their mattress, in the side of
Yeah,
the
that that
walls.
is that is cold storage, right? But it's crazy. I think you just made an amazing point because with crypto, you could put it on a cold storage, put it under your bed, and forget about it, and it'll rise in value. Whereas you put the same amount of dollars under your mattress, and it'll be worth less in 5-10 years, which
To
is crazy.
challenge that, if you bought the wrong coin, it'll be zero.
Oh yeah. You're right.
But
You're right.
your USB will still be worth something, hopefully, if it works. If it works, huh? Come
You
on,
sell it for an antiquated
bro.
device.
I've had many USBs crap out on me. So,
True.
but yeah, it's funny.
Yes. Even you could buy specific designated crypto wallets, like USB wallets, and I think they're like way more expensive than a regular. Like if you try to put it on a regular My Passport 5 terabyte thingy. That one is
Where do you even get that?
online. Yeah, you could definitely
Online?
get it online.
Interesting. Yeah. Watch Louis V is gonna come up with their own. Get your Louis V cold wallet.
Dude, like all these big thing companies are tapping into the NFT side of things. So
Dude, are
that's
we gonna be talking about NFTs this week? I mean, this
I
month?
don't. It's crazy we didn't even put that on. We
We're gonna
should
put that
though.
on. Well, we'll fit that in
We'll
somewhere.
mention it
We'll
because
fit that in.
I think you and I were not too versed in that, but it is something that we could talk about, learn a lot more about.
Yeah, yeah. I got a buddy. I forgot to share with you. My buddy, he's making his own NFT on OpenSea, and
Oh,
they're gonna be launching
nice.
that for sale soon. So that's something to look out for. Oh, what the heck is that?
Yeah,
Nano
so this is a
X.
type of ledger, I guess. Like it'll hold secure by exchange and grow your crypto assets. Bluetooth
Oh,
enabled.
I've
That
seen of
sounds
that. Yeah,
dangerous.
I've seen that on and then along with the Aces, and then there's like a lot of like all these other bigger ones too, like for $4,000.
Yeah, so that's what I've seen. This is literally it's a Bluetooth, and that's a red flag in my mind. Like, why would I
Yeah,
want my cold storage to be able to access Bluetooth? It's the whole point of having a cold storage is so I can't access it until I plug it in a
right.
computer.
Yeah, that's what but and they say it's so much safer, but I don't know, but I didn't hear about the Bluetooth one. I know about the USB one though.
Yeah. So that's what I was looking at too, because I guess there's a specific technology on like keeping it encrypted and safe and secure, and like it's like a tough box, it'll handle all kinds of weather and everything, and that's why the price is so high, and that makes a lot more sense. But why would I want my cold storage?
Bluetooth, bro.
I mean, so like I know, like, so ideally what I would do is have a dedicated computer off the network, completely like old school, and then that's the only way I could access my Bitcoin. Like no internet, nothing, or my crypto, not just Bitcoin. And
Also,
then like
have
yeah,
it actually stored there on the computer.
yeah, and then like when I do put it online on the net on a live internet connection, I would be running VPNs, like secure networks, and just try. And then I would purchase it to an exchange and then send it to my cold wallet. I wouldn't send it directly to my cold wallet.
That's
But
right. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Interesting. Lots of different topics to be talking about in this space. It's pretty exciting, man. It's pretty
very
exciting.
exciting. Crypto
But
is a very exciting topic,
it is.
especially
It is.
now in this day and age.
But yeah, going back to tying it in with what we're doing here at Hawaii Trading Academy, we're gonna be teaching you guys how to trade it. Essentially, what to make money. Like, yes, you can hold it, you buy it, store it, put it in your cold wallet, keep it there. But if you guys want to actually trade it, you can. And if as
And
long
to
as you
set up
got,
a wallet.
Say
yeah,
again?
And how to set up a wallet or to
Oh,
walk
we're gonna do
through.
that. Yeah, we're gonna
Okay.
cover that. We're
So
gonna
at
cover
the end
that.
of the month, we'll cover that for sure.
Everybody gonna get that MetaMask. You know,
Yeah.
I did try setting up a wallet the last week or 2 weeks ago on Tezos. Yeah, and
Never
then
heard of it.
No.
See, then we
I'm
could
trying
talk
to
about like
yeah, we'll talk
no,
about that because I'm trying to
no, we'll
send
talk about
myself
that.
an NFT. I'm trying to put my NFT on a cold storage, but I'm working on that right now. It's my little project.
Yeah, that's something too, is you put the NFTs on the metaverse, and then you also have it on the real NFT on the cold storage, and that way you really have that value right there.
Right, the
That'd
NFT.
be cool.
Right, right.
But yeah, we'll talk about that in the future with the
Um,
thing. We'll talk about that at the end of the month. We'll talk NFTs, and we'll talk about wallets and
mm,
exchanges and which ones to set up.
tying it in. Tying it in.